17-15, good luck. We've not played before, no head-to-head score. We get white, so knight f3 as per usual. 7,000 games for opponent. That's really good, really good. We've done 1,300 or 1,350. I've won only 850 in bullet. That's a bit unusual to see such a monstrous rating gap. Goes c5, we'll play c4. That's a little bit unusual to be 1,700 in rapid, but only 800 in bullet. Okay, we're just going to try and put the bishop on the diagonal as per usual. So let's play g3 and pop the bishop onto the diagonal. So what to do, what to do? I'm going to castle. Now we have, I'm trying to come up with a plan while I'm actually making these moves. I'm trying to think ahead a little bit. I'm looking at this and this, or I'm looking at this and this as my main concepts. But I'm also thinking, do I want to go d4 into the center directly? I think I'll do it this game, because black can obviously do the same thing with d5. So we'll just challenge quickly. Actually, it's a rapid game, so there's no real need to do a pre-move in a rapid game. But obviously if takes, we're going to take back. And black can just castle, perfectly good position. Chooses to avoid the trade and develop, logical. Gives us a potential move to go here. I guess you're jumping across, so I'm going to stick to the plan and put the bishop on the diagonal. Just got to watch out for these knights coming under attack. Like quickly, but we'll put the bishop on the diagonal. We're trying to just get our pieces onto good squares. Okay, now he's pushed forward. So if I take, he's got knight takes. Takes, he'll have to go with a pawn because of my bishop, and he's got an isolated pawn. Just on principle, that seems really good, so I'm just going to do that and not spend too much time. And he has gone with the knight. Now, I do have a choice, so I could give up the bishop, but that seems really crazy. I think I have to go with the knight. I have to take with a pawn. Because obviously, you can't go with the queen, he loses it to my bishop. So you'll have to take with a pawn. So now we've got this isolated pawn to aim at. Now, if I move my knight anywhere, we get an attack here, but I don't see a nice square to jump to. So I think I need to play a move like e3 just to stop this pawn push later on. So I'll plant the knight for now, try and stop this happening and see if we can gang up on the pawn. That sort of concept. Again, if my knight moves somewhere now, I attack this and I double attack the pawn, but I don't see a good useful jump square. Maybe here if you took and we took, you'd have a broken pawn structure. Okay, that's a logical move. If I go here, I guess you can come down. So I don't like that. So what about going here to redeploy here or here then? Yeah, that I do like. I'm going to drop the knight here. If bishop here, we've always got the option to trade and grab the pawn. But we're just creating that immediate double attack here. He does defend it, but now we've got knight up or knight up. If I go this one, of course, trade, he's then got a kind of a pass pawn. Might have made a slight mistake there, might have done. Let's just develop the rook. Might have just given him a free development move in effect. He's played across. Oh, and now can I trade again? Take, bishop takes, rook across, gain a bishop and attack the queen. So is that a thing? Gain a rook. If he takes with a bishop, we simply take with a queen. So gain a rook, lose a rook, gain a pawn. Now if he takes, we just simply take back. He has maybe got queen at the end though, attack two pieces. Queen back creates a mate threat which he can block, so no, it's actually not a thing. Not a thing. Okay, I'm just going to develop the queen then. I don't think it was a thing. I think we'd end up losing a piece at the end of the sequence if we try to take that pawn. Again, if he takes, I'll just develop my rook. Or at least I think I will. I could go the queen or the bishop, but probably the rook. Okay, he's just pushed his pawn on, so we've still got this sort of concept, but I think it's the same position, isn't it? What to do, what to do? There is a target here in our mind. I'm just going to take that and get my rook developed and see where he wants to go. Yeah, he's gone with the queen as expected, so we'll develop our rook. We're not actually going to win this in a hurry, so I'm just looking at this concept. It gives him a passed pawn, but so I don't really want to play it. But here, if I take and he takes here, it puts pressure on our f pawn. So what about going here, this, or here, this? I'm not sure, I'm not sure. I've got knight here as well, I don't like that. Now I'm going to say I made a mistake dropping the knight back, so I'm going to try and correct the mistake and come forward. Just put the knight back in the centre. We're not really looking to take this because it protects our opponent's pawn here and it opens up the file here. It could be good for us, it could be good for black. It's one of them risk and reward moves if you do a move like this. So he's got this sort of concept. He doesn't do it, so he's given us a little bit of a target to aim for here as well. So can we actually aim for it? Like knight in here to hit the bishop. If you come up now, we can just take. Knight up here, say you move your rook or your queen or your other bishop somewhere, we can take with a check. So that might be a good move. So knight here. But then what? I'm looking at chucking the pawn at the board as well. That feels a bit bold, doesn't it? That's a bit bold. So do I even consider going for this concept then? It just seems too risky to me. Yeah, I'm going to come in and just attack this bishop and see what he does with it. But if he goes here now, I think we're fine to trade and break this pawn structure as well. Oh, he's come forward. I didn't expect that. So is there any way I can sacrifice? Because we've got a mate threat if we go here. Say queen here. I know the knight's loose. I've seen that. I can drop back if I realise I've made a mistake. I can go here and trade the knight. But I can create a mate threat here. I guess he just simply blocks it and he's fine. So we might be better coming back here again. But I've got a chance to go here and trade. But no. I think I need to come actually back here again. I'm not finding a way to be able to create a chance to break through. I see it playing really, really well, and it looks a bit unusual. It's just got me a bit concerned. I'll check it after the game. I don't check accounts on camera. I'll check them after the game. But 1700 in rapid and only 850 in bullet. But there's enough games. So he's wanting me to take here, isn't he? He wants this concept. But now maybe I can play queen here and threaten to take and create an actual mate threat in one go. So queen here is an actual threat now. What's he going to do? I'm going to play it just because we're actually threatening to take and create a mate threat in one go. If he takes, fair enough, we can just take back. We could go with a pawn, but the queen looks nice. Okay, so he's gone forward with his bishop. So is there any merit to us going forward here? I don't think so. Let's just sidestep. He's playing this remarkably well. I guess I could go here to stop him coming back if he goes back here. Gives him a target though. I guess equally I could take here and push. He's closed that down now, so I'm going to push the pawn. I've got to start throwing some quick moves in. I'm a minute and a half down on the clock. Minute and a half down. I can't go in here now. His knight's covered that. So he's played rook across, trade. I'm going to play the rook across and try and pressure this pawn, but I'm going to try and distract him by throwing h5 in if I get a chance. But he's got this really well protected and he's 3 protected. I've conceded the open file. I think it's covered right now, but I've given him a chance here. Ooh, but if he goes with the bishop, I just take, right? Has he made a mistake? If he goes here, I can go here and create the mate threat, or I can just grab a pawn. But that creates a checkmate threat, so it could be stronger. So here, if he goes there, it's still mate. How does he defend it? Here, he can't go here. I think that's a checkmate threat, right? Worst case, I think he's got to give up a pawn here so his queen can cover, but I don't quite see how. Because we're threatening mate on 2 different squares. Maybe he has to run. But he's just opened up the diagonal. So he might have to run his king here. Check. King across. That might be his way out. Here. Check. Up. Check. And I don't actually have anything, so I might have to just grab this pawn after all. I'll hit this pawn as well. Oh, it's the first time we've created an actual threat. I think that's his move, king across. I think that's the move, and I don't see a way to checkmate. But I can grab a pawn here. Check. He has to do one of these. Then bishop in, and then we're threatening mate here, maybe. So here, check. Here, check. That flushes him out, but we can crash straight through. But if I check in the corner, the rook attacks the queen. Oh, he just resigned. He doesn't see a way out. I think that's his way out. We'll see what it was in engine speak. So also we don't accidentally start another game. So 27 moves. They're the move times for both players. So let's analyze it. The English Open in symmetrical variation. Yeah, so it is winning for us at the end, +6. But we have got blips there, so 84 and 77 on the accuracy. Lots of little mistakes from both of us. Let's have a flick through. So you see, nothing's being flagged here, so both just playing good development moves. And then here, the engine wanted him to take with the pawn rather than with the knight. But equally, oh, we've missed a trick. We've got knight takes e6. We've missed a trick then. So how does that pan out? He takes our knight, so we take the queen, so he takes our queen. So we take back, he takes back, and then his knight's hanging at the end. Okay, so it's still equal material. We've gained a pawn. He develops the rook, so that was a chance to win a pawn. That's difficult to see. That's difficult to see. So knight takes. So if he just takes back, we take, he takes, we still take back, so we've missed a chance to win the pawn. If he goes with a bishop, say bishop takes, queen takes. Yeah, we just missed a nice trick to win a pawn. I need to try and remember that. I probably won't remember that, but that's the type of thing the elite players would spot straight away. They would know that. It makes that little bit of a difference. So here again, e3 I shouldn't have played. I should have actually dropped the knight back to c2 again. A bit counterintuitive. Maybe just creates that tempo. Oh, again, it's a double threat, isn't it? Knight back to c2. We attack the pawn twice and we attack his knight. We can still win the pawn. So a little bit careless there. A little bit careless. Then eventually I did drop the knight back. Just a wrong move. Then I need to be bold and play f4 here. Not really my style of play. And then here I should have actually traded the rook. But then trading was good. Then here... Yeah, I realised I made a mistake playing knight to c6. I should have put the queen on this diagonal straight away, not worried about bishop going here. I realised that was a mistake, so I dropped back. Then I shuffled again, and then here again. Yeah, I should have taken the bishop now instead of playing h4. So it's a bit of a sloppy game, isn't it? Then here I should have taken the rook instead of rook across, and that's actually a blunder. And that's my only blunder of the game at least, but I should have taken the rook. It just gives rook takes c8, that's all it says. Knight comes in is then a blunder from our opponent, so this time we spotted a way to come through now. Yeah, plus 5.3 when he resigns. I thought he has to go here. So let's just see if there is an actual finish there. King f8 or f6. You can obviously play f6 first and give up a pawn, but you've still got the two mate threat, so you're still going to have to run your king. Actually, the engine slightly prefers f6 first now, but there's only 0.1 in it. So let's do king f8, what I was looking at. Yeah, g7 check, king up. If you just go back with a queen, you can just go back again. So, yeah, bishop f6. But if you go back over, or you can block with your bishop, I guess, here. And then we crash through and take the pawn here, and our own king's safe, and yeah, it's a heap full of trouble there. Pawn didn't see a way out, so they've resigned to get on with another game. Fair enough.